Good afternoon. Just like to provide a brief update into the investigation into the murder of Christopher Thompson. Members of Chris's family are here, as you've just been told, and his cousin, Marsh, is going to be speaking for the family after I'm done. First, I'd like to say that I'm very pleased with the response from the public in this investigation to date. We've had a lot of information come in. We're following up on that information, and we've had witnesses come forward. They've been interviewed. They provided useful information. Having said that, I still don't know what the motive is in this case, and I know there are other witnesses out there that can assist us in this investigation and to solve this senseless murder. Today, what I'd like to do is I'm going to release some surveillance footage that shows the suspect approaching the barber shop just before the murder, going into the barber shop, and then leaving after the barber shop. My intent by showing this footage is to assist any people that may have been in the area at the time to help refresh their memories. They may have noticed this person. It'll give them something tangible to look at and help jog their memories, and I'm hoping those people will contact us. So at this point, we're going to show you the footage. We take it back.
It loops. It keeps
It loops.
looping,
Okay.
yeah, so.
What you can see is the in this footage, the suspect's going to be highlighted in the circle. You see him at a distance. Suspect's very deliberately and calmly walking forward. He's got a bag slung over his right shoulder. He puts the bag down on the ground. He's removing something from the bag. I believe it is a shotgun. And he enters the store. There's no hesitation on his part. The next, what you see, the whole process takes about 1 minute and 15 seconds. And it's during that 1 minute and 15 seconds that he brutally kills Christopher Thompson. And you can see when he leaves, comes out, calmly puts the weapon back in the bag, puts it over his shoulder, and he jogs in a northwest direction through the parking lot before McLovin Avenue. At this point, I'm going to introduce Marsh.
I really can't speak for the family because our family is huge. One person cannot express what we're going through right now. All our thoughts were what was going through that person's mind. Why would they do this to somebody so vital to our family? He obviously didn't know Christopher because he would never have done that. His position in the community, he's a positive role model. He's kind, he's private, he's a great father, he's a supporting husband, he's the best friend to his brothers, his sister. All I can see is my younger cousin. And we started out the year with my younger cousin, and he's no longer here. I don't know what the situation was or what involved or what took place, what motivated such a violent resolution to whatever. I don't know if he forgot to say, excuse me to somebody, right? Or forgot, or just said no to participating in anything illegal or no drugs or anything. I don't know if he just pissed somebody off by looking at someone. But you had no right to shoot this person and take him out of our lives. We had plans for Christopher for this year. And you just interrupted our whole family and our plans. We have a family that's grieving. The entire family is grieving. So you need to take time out and reflect on what you've done. You didn't just shoot a man or some guy. You took out a whole family and a whole community. for whatever reason. So you need to make some resolution and come clean so we can have some kind of closure as a family. My aunt was saying last night that I should tell you that she doesn't hate you and she's praying for you. And we looked at her and said, listen, we'll tell him that when he comes forward. We're a peaceful family. We're a God-fearing family. And we already have God on our side, so I don't know who you have on yours. So you might as well come forward and give us some closure. Now, tonight, there's a vigil at the site. It's at 7 o'clock for a candle vigil. If anyone is welcome to come and be a part of the community. And you should come along as well, because you'll see what you did, the impact that you've had on the negative impact that you've done to our family. And also, they're trying to set up a trust fund for the kids, because daddy's not going to be around. Nobody's going to walk his daughter down the aisle. His son has no hero around him anymore. You cannot replace the gap that you put in our family's lives. His mom has got a hole in her heart. She can't even sleep or eat. You don't have that kind of right to take away somebody like that, invalidate his life the way you've done. So you might as well come out, surrender, and bring a closure to this, because I know you are not resting in peace. But my cousin will be resting in peace, but you will not rest in peace. We also wanted to let you know that there's an organization, Taboo, that's right in the same complex, that's doing victim support. Anyone that saw anything, anyone that, having trouble dealing with this, they're there for you as well. So I just want to bring that to your attention to let you know. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you guys for your time. If a girlfriend, some other person's friend can talk to this person's conscience, we need to know and we need to settle this. You picked the wrong person that day. It wasn't just some guy. He was our family. Thank you.
If anybody has any questions?
Charm, you said that there were plans for Chris this year. You said there were plans and they've been interrupted. Can you speak about those plans? What did you mean by that?
It's not confirmed plans on paper. We can't fathom him not being here, okay? He always goes out, takes his younger cousin out on her birthday. That was their special time, okay? He picks up his daughter and son, brings them to school, make them lunches. The morning of, she's asking, where's my dad today, Wednesday morning? Because normally he's here on the way to work. He would pick them up, make their lunches. Mom can make the lunch, but dad just he's coming in from work or whatever he's doing, and he comes in and makes the lunch, drops them off before he goes to work. So you've interrupted that routine in their life, and they don't know why. All they want to know is where's daddy and when is he coming home.
Any other questions?
Did you or any of the family members had a chance to speak with some of the employees?
No, we haven't really had a chance to speak to them. I know that from what I've heard, some of them are very upset just to envision whatever took place. For them to be there and be a part of that, that's just going to be in their memory every time. That's just, you cannot erase the impact that man has done to all the lives that touch Christopher. And he's about to see the destruction that he's done, because our family is very big, the community is very big. You just messed with somebody that was loved. He wasn't just some guy. You need to remember that. He wasn't just some guy.
Charm, do you guys, just considering the huge outpouring of grief and how many lives this man touched, do you have any fear about retribution, other people wanting to take justice into their own hands out in the community?
You know what? I can't speak for other people. We've had people come to the house and visit, and all they talk is love, remorse, just tears and compassion. I'm not thinking about any negative anything. We're just coming together as a community and a family, and we're bringing out people that we haven't seen for years from the schools, and that it's nice to hear the good things that they're saying about Chris. Even though this person is taking Christopher away physically, He has not erased that man from our lives, and it'd take eternity for them to erase him, and it's not going to happen. So you didn't really, all you did was took the man away. But he lives in every single one of us, every customer he's had, his family, his children. So what you did was really senseless, very much senseless.
Do you think it'll bring you closure if this man is brought before the police?
Definitely, definitely. I don't know what he had on his thoughts, don't know where he's coming from. And again, he obviously didn't know my cousin.
Just one more question.
What's it like for you to see this video? It must be very hard.
Just thought that it was a video. It is just brought home even closer as we're making final funeral arrangements and stuff. It's, you know, it's just bringing it home. I don't know how we're gonna get through, but we have each other to lean on. I don't even think it's gonna be enough, but we're just gonna do the best we can for that.
You would have walked into that shop millions of times, many times. So to see that, his place of work, that someone would go in there. You talked about maybe a disrespect, or maybe, do you know of anything, or can you think of anything that?
I have nothing. All I know is somebody, my mom called and told me something happened to Christopher. It didn't even register, and it still hasn't registered. I'm on autopilot right now. So whatever else is happening around me, where investigation is concerned or whatever, we're not even there. All we're doing is grieving a loss, trying to get through it, and that's all the family's saying. I don't know what was pertaining, what motivated what. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to waste my energy speculating. We're going to focus our energy on remembering our cousin and make sure you all know the value that he was to our lives.
Any confirmation on the funeral arrangements as yet?
Yes, it's going to be February the 4th. And we're still just getting down to the fine details, but it's definitely going to be next Saturday that we're going to have the final funeral. But we'll give you further details after that. Okay? Thank you.
And Margaret is the one here in the middle, is that right?
Now, if anybody has any questions of Dan Nielsen, he'll be the next speaker. If you have any questions of Dan Nielsen?
Can you just say what you're hoping to get from releasing this video? Because obviously we can't see his face. I don't know if people would be able to identify him from this, but is it more so appealing to the people who are walking along the sidewalks here, or what do you hope to get from this?
Yes, I mean, what you can see in the video, I mean, this is 1:45 on a weekday. It's a lunch hour. It's very clear there's a lot of people in the plaza, on the sidewalk, and obviously in the parkland. And there's a lot of cars, people going about their daily business, who may not at the time thought of anything significant, but if they see this video, I'm hoping it'll help jog their memories.
So are there still people on this video that haven't come forward yet, or have you talked to most of the people here?
No, I've talked to some people, but I think there's a lot of people that haven't come forward, and maybe not deliberately, but maybe they just didn't know what they saw was important. So I'm hoping this will jog their memory. And also that anybody that knows this suspect, that's close to the suspect, they can see. You can see what he's wearing. You can see how he's built. You can see his gait. And you can see how deliberate and calm. This is a very cold-blooded act. So I'm hoping that'll appeal to somebody.
How many people were in the store at the time, the shop, when it happened?
There was approximately 5 people, 5 or 6 people.
Have you spoken to any of the customers?
Not yet.
Does that shock you, Detective Sergeant, that the customer who's having the haircut has yet to come forward? Or would you want to say anything to him if he's watching?
It doesn't shock me. I mean, I understand that this was a terrifying event, and I totally understand that there's an element of fear, and I'm hoping that that person or persons will come forward in time, sooner than later, because what they have to offer is important.
Any other questions?
At this point, would you describe that video as your best lead in this case?
I'm not going to discuss leads that we have. Obviously, we have crime scene evidence, we have witness evidence. I don't want to compromise the investigation, but obviously it's important to show how this crime was committed, and that's why I'm releasing it at this time.
Any other questions? Okay, this concludes today's conference. Thank you for attending.